plenty more we could say about her, but we're ready to get underway. So let's enjoy the penultimate final of the day, the women's singles. Tin-Tin Ho going for a 7th title, Tia Yu going for her first. We've also got Stephen with us. Stephen Bailey's rejoined us, so we're really hitting it with the big guns, 3 of us. Well,
probably the best introduction I've ever had. It's really interesting to see the experience of Tintin against the youth of Tiana. Tintin still seems so hungry despite all those national titles.
3 love.
Thanks for that introduction there, Paul. Certainly the best introduction I've ever had.
Tia off to a strong start here.
Yeah.
She looks confident.
Flying out of the blocks, trying to apply the pressure on Tintin.
Yeah, you sense that won't last for too long. Tintin will certainly have something to say about that type of lead. A vast experience to call on despite her relatively tender years. She's been there and done it so many times.
5-2. Next. 5-2.
And Tiana to serve, leading 5-2. Good backhand open up there.
Tintin won't be flustered by this, not yet. She's been on this court for so many finals, and she's lost a couple as well to Maria Sapsino. She's lost to Kelly Sibley in the Nationals final as well, so she's well versed in all the fluctuations of a final, and she'll take that little bit of assistance there from the net. She's closed up now to within 2 points after that fast start by Tia.
Tiana now electing to play with the backhand.
I feel like Tiana over the last year has become more aggressive in her game. She's looking to follow up from her service action, much more power on the first ball. Interesting to see how Tintin deals with that.
That's a great exchange. How regularly do these two train together, Gavin? Do they spend a lot of time practicing together in the squad?
They have done in times. They were at the European Championship qualifiers together, where the team qualified and played an amazing match. Tiana beating Sarah Tokic in that match, which was a great one. And in Sheffield, they do a lot of training together. However, Tins has been spending a lot of time in Nottingham with her degree. But
Tintin's
super training base in Nottingham still.
5-8 down and serving. Yeah, that's a great open up. Short float serve. Tiana Yu receiving long to the backhand. Tintin anticipating that one, stepping around. Those short pimples used to great effect there, hitting right through the back of the ball. Fantastic winner from Tintin. A slight change of direction there, just to the middle. Tiana not stepping over well enough to cover that part. I wonder if we'll see that tactic more. The open up to wide backhand and then the quick switch to the elbow.
The interesting part to this match, you've got Tiana who plays pimples on the backhand side and Tintin who plays pimples on the forehand side. So it'll be interesting to see as the match goes on how that tactic plays out.
Absolutely, Gavin. Both short pimples from what I understand.
Yep.
Great for neutralising the spin. But both players also employing the traditional reverse robot on the other side of the racket. So there's a lot going on spin-wise. It'll be very tactical. And obviously they know each other's games very well. We see the strong open up. That's fantastic from Tiana Yu. That quick, right off the bounce there, Gavin.
Yeah, excellent from Tiana. I thought it was a wonderful shot from Tintin, but Tiana was, you know, ready and waiting.
It's interesting, obviously with the short pimples you need to really stay close to the table and take that ball early. If you get pushed away you can't really be effective. So both players are going to be looking to do that, as you mentioned, Tintin on the forehand, Tiana on the backhand.
Yeah. It's quite difficult sometimes when you're thinking of tactics in matches like this. So, for example, we might see Tintin trying to go wider to Tiana's forehand in the next set because she hasn't had the success in the backhand side. But it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charles in her corner would have analysed that and be suggesting that very thing, I'm sure. Dad's United on the bench, of course. Some sage advice coming from them.
Be interesting to see there. I think Tiana was probably the more aggressive from the offset. She got off to that flying start.
She
Tintin took a while to
certainly
settle.
looks to take the bull by the horns here, doesn't she? She's
Absolutely.
She's not overawed. She's had her experience last year, which will stand her in good stead, I'm sure. She won't be intimidated by playing in front of a crowd on the one-court setup. She won't be intimidated by the lady at the other end of the court either anymore.
No, she looks to be embracing the occasion in absolutely the right way, which from a coach's perspective, Gavin, that must be great to see.
Yeah, wonderful. I was going to say both athletes here, credit to English table tennis, work incredibly hard. I was only in the hall last week with Tiana doing some multi-ball, and she's a really, really hard worker, as is Tintin.
Fantastic to see.
Yeah, and a good little crop of younger players coming through as well. Yeah, so with Sophie and Tia there. Ella as well, who's recently made her first England senior appearance. And I'm not going to say Tintin hasn't been pushed in recent years, and you know there's maybe been just a little hiatus since Maria and Kelly have disappeared from the scene of getting the throughput of athletes to test Tintin, but it can only be good for them all to have more people pushing them.
Absolutely, Paul. I think what we've seen this senior nationals is there's been, you know, some very competitive matches right from early on, which can only be hopefully a very good sign for the system. There's more depth. There's people believing they can go further now, and you know, long may it continue.
I definitely think that seeing that and the work that Gavin and the coaches, John and Carlo, have put in is starting to bring through those players. And as you say, Paul, I think there's probably a broader range now of players coming up behind Tintin to push her and challenge her, and that gap is starting to be bridged slightly with some of these younger players coming through, the likes of Tiana and Sophie, looking like great prospects, the Green Girls, Ella Pashley, of course.
Yeah, and Jasmine becoming a regular as well on finals day, as she was part of that England team that qualified.
Absolutely,
so
absolutely.
Not to take away from her.
Absolutely.
Another fast start by Tia here.
Yeah, it'll be, you know, there's a big age gap here. Tia 17 and Tintin 26. It'll be interesting to see how Tintin uses her experience, because Tia's come out like a steam train here, and we're starting to see Tintin find her rhythm now, moving the serve around. That was a wide, short backhand serve, and it's funny, we've seen that a lot in the international scene. People now serving deeper into the short, wide backhand. I think, you know, that causes a lot of people problems.
Tintin certainly won't panic. She has been here before. She, I think probably her experience was what made the difference in the semi against Sophie as well, just at the crucial moments. And there wasn't nothing to choose between them really technically, just that little bit of extra, been here, done it.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Paul. I watched that match with interest, and definitely experienced counting Sophie's so young and improved incredibly well. Definitely one for the future.
Yeah,
but
we'll see her a lot in this finals day, I'm sure.
I would think so. But Tintin, she's been there, she's done it, she knows the drill. And that's a fantastic exchange.
Wonderful. Oh, Tia wins it again. She's caught by that one.
We're seeing a theme of Tia trying to open up with the short pimple hit to Tintin's middle, but Tintin's now starting to step around, anticipating it, take it with the forehand, and just starting to really feel away into this match, you sense.
I feel this match is going to be the person who can place it the best could win this match. I think, you know, when they're going quick, that it's playing into both the hands. Tiana likes it quick, as does Tintin. So I feel, you know, the corner men could be the ones to support where they play the first ball.
Absolutely. Then, as we've discussed already, it's all a lot easier said than done.
It is.
When someone's firing that ball at you across the table. Tiana there with a strong topspin just wide. It's a little bit out of Tintin's reach. Great placement there.
You don't always see that overt body language from Tia, but she's certainly showing it in this match.
She certainly is, and it's something that I've seen over the last couple of months of Tia. She's got a bit more aggression to her game, and it is something she's working on in practice. She's got real weapons in her backhand and her forehand now, but body language in table tennis is so important as well. We often talk to the players about, how do you create a presence on the field of play.
That was incredibly well dealt with. Tintin actually really lots of topspin on that ball, and Tiana made it look easy with the reloop. That was not an easy shot to perform. Maybe a little bit short, but steps in and takes that early and puts it away.
What's encouraging about the crop of females we've got in England is, we often think as Tintin as the older one, someone who's possibly an old athlete, and actually she's only 26. I think because she started so young, but she's still probably not even hit her prime.
No, absolutely. I mean, physically she's always been as fit as a flea, of course, and showing no signs there.
However, facing 3 game points, Tiana to serve to take a 2-0 lead, which maybe not many people would have predicted at this stage. Tintin, that's 2 saved. Really positive flick under pressure there. Short floor serve to the
She's done this before today. She saved, I think it was 5 in one of the games against Sophie, didn't she? And won 7 in a row to take it 12-10. So
there's that experience we talk about, Paul.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what serve she does now. Short to the forehand, in.
That's 3 game points saved and time out from Tiana. That's an early timeout.
It is.
To take. She obviously wants to go 2-0.
I wonder if she'll go short forehand again. She was successful in the last one.
Confident prediction. We'll find out in a second.
I think I would go short
I
forehand
would
again.
go short forehand. But what do we know? Yeah, there it is.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Look at that.
Absolutely tremendous.
Look at that celebration as well. She's pumped. She's got a 2-0 lead. All is rosy for Tia at the moment. What can Tintin do?
She took that ball early, but the direction of the ball, it wasn't a rocket topspin. It was fast enough, but it was right off the side of the table.
Absolutely, Steve. I mean, one of the things from sitting up here, you can really see the angles that the players are playing, and that hooked right off the side of the table, and that was a tremendous forehand.
And Max took a couple of games off Sam Walker, and Isaac Kingham was the 3rd one of that sort of trilogy of youth contender medal winners who he got through to play Paul. And
yeah, he
didn't quite believe in the first 2 games. It grew into the match.
He did, yeah, that's right, Paul. And he certainly made Paul uncomfortable enough at one stage,
absolutely.
That's for sure.
And the behind-the-back shot's becoming a little bit of a trademark with Isaac as well. He played a tremendous one. He practically picked it off the ground, actually.
I think it's probably the only time I smiled in Paul's corner. It didn't last very long. See, there's that slow one again, and Tintin's disappointed with herself there. She's normally so consistent from that side. That topspin just going long. Tiana 2-0 and 2-0 up. I'm not sure many would have predicted this.
No, it's a little bit of a changing of the guard feel. I don't think that's fair. Tintin's not going anywhere for the foreseeable future, but she now knows she's got an equal.
You see there the difference in that last point. Tiana was to the middle of the front rather than wide, and Tintin happy just to stand and play that shot. Tiana knows she needs to get wide to Tintin's forehand.
This is really, really smart table tennis from Tia. What I'm seeing here is her moving the ball around always. She's not playing 2 balls to the same spot. She's going wide back and into the middle. Then she's switching, It's really high level. Middle ball, then wide back, and now forehand.
Yeah,
you see?
there it is again.
She won't play 2 balls to the same place. And for those who are technically minded, that is very difficult to do.
And as a coach there, Gavin, OK, she misses that last winner, but it's tactically the right thing to do.
If I'm looking at that from a coach's perspective, I'm happy with that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Again, you see, she's really using those angles, and that's the difference here. I mean, if Tintin starts to do that to Tiana, then it's a possibility we could see the score change. But right now, there's definitely a tactic happening here from Tia.
We might see another early timeout. If the next point or 2 go to Tia, then will Charles or Tintin call it?
And she is certainly finding her floor. Very, very 2-wing. She's looking impressive.
Yeah, carpe diem, they say, seize the day. She's certainly doing that.
Without a doubt. I think if I was in Tintin's corner, if she goes 6-2 down, I'm calling timeout for sure.
That's brilliant from Tintin.
Oh, wow.
And it's on. What a point. Oh!
Wow, unbelievable.
Tremendous.
Incredible.
Absolutely tremendous. She just
Something for all
Such
the family.
belief from Tia that it's going to go back on the table.
She gets the net back. Tintin smashes, replies with a big topspin.
I'm not sure Tintin quite knows what's hit her at the moment.
I was just about to say, but I think Tintin's just almost
Stunned.
stunned.
Right, if anyone can turn it around, it will be her.
Yeah, that's good table tennis.
And there's the start.
Stepping round, playing with the short pimples, taking it early, wide backhand. She's not out with this yet, guys.
No. Having worked with Tintin and been around Tintin for a long time, what is just a testament to her character is her resilience, her professionalism, and she's such a credit to the programme and to the sport of table tennis in this country, and her family, of course. You know, the values she holds deeply are just tremendous.
Yeah, we're certainly lucky to have her. I think a lot of people will share that view. She's tweaked something,
Wow.
Tintin,
Yeah.
hasn't she? The last 3 points.
I'm not sure it's anything tactical, Paul. I just feel she's starting to play way into the match. She's finding the time a little bit better.
Yeah, a little
Maybe
more
she's
freedom.
adapting to what Tiana's doing. She's winning more of these longer points now, whereas before, when it got past that initial exchange, Tiana was the favourite. Now it's 50-50. Yeah, we see it again. She's a little bit unfortunate there, actually. Tiana just catches the top of the net.
She'll want that ball again.
100%, yeah. But 7-5 and with the 2 serves to come.
It'll be
Sorry, no
interesting to see
Tintin
if,
serves.
if it keeps going this way. You know, when you start to see the finishing line, it then becomes much more difficult to continue playing with freedom. So
The closer it gets.
I think we've got a thriller still in our hands.
Oh, dead net. And she'll take that to go out. Oof.
Tins has a lot of support here. We're at the University of Nottingham where she studies and trains. Lots of her fans in the crowd.
And now Tiana 9-5 and serving to take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, she's just arrested that little mini slump, I suppose, when maybe that's not fair because it was Tintin's positive play that.
Yeah, I don't think Tintin's done much wrong, Paul.
No. Yeah, Tia's now
Jeez.
won 3 on the bounce, I think. So
5 game points.
5 game points.
She looks a very determined young lady at the moment.
There
There it is, the first
yeah.
time of asking. Short backspin serve, mixes it up. And Tintin just...
No celebration this time from Tia, just looking thoroughly businesslike.
It's Tintin maybe just looking slightly despondent there. 3 games down. She, not like her, but she's... I think there she probably feels in that set that she did all the right things.
Again, it's one of those things. How do you instill that belief in more athletes? She's obviously clearly got this belief. You know, where's it come from?
If we knew that, we'd have a whole stable of them. You
Mindset
just-
is everything, guys.
Yeah,
Mindset is everything.
and you can't even put your finger on what it is sometimes, can you? You just know that someone's got it.
She just seems to be hitting form at the right time. Everything seems to be going her way. Even there, the net, she holds with a pimple. She's been so happy to trade back on the backhand with Tintin.
Dare we say, could this be done in 4 straight? No one would have thought that.
Certainly wouldn't have predicted that, Paul, before
No.
the match.
All the signs are pointing that way at the moment.
Yeah, see, that would be... What Tins did there is clever. So she's pushed a long ball back. Now, a natural instinct would be to topspin that, but that feeds into Tiana's best shots. So she may start pushing long to Tiana, asking her to topspin
That's
first.
brilliant. That's brilliant. See the quick serve there, then right off the bounce, giving her opponent no time to react at all. Takes it so early with the topspin there. And Tintin's reply to us is, "I'm not out of this yet."
She'll be disappointed to miss that one, though. We've given her a bit more of a buffer, a 3-point lead that would have given her.
I really like the way Tiana moves on court. Her body language is good. She's saying the right things. She's letting her opponent know, I'm in this battle.
I said earlier, she's got a look of ding-ding about her, a similar body shape, that sort of languid movement, deceptively quick. Doesn't really look like she's covering the ground, and yet suddenly she's there.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's had worse comparisons.
Well, if she's half as good as Ding-Ding, we've got a hell of a player on our hands.
Without a doubt. That's cagey.
4-3.
Suddenly 4-3. If she pinches this, she's fallen serving. Yeah, good serve. Short forehand. A little bit of topspin on that one. That's clever from Tintin. I don't think she's employed that one too many times. Saved it for the right moment there. Tiana just misreading the spin and going long. Yeah, brilliant.
3-6.
See the first ball to the middle and then the second ball whipped wide backhand, Gavin. That's a training hole drill all day long.
Tin's now doing what Tiana was doing in the third set to her, moving her into the middle and whipping a wide backhand.
Absolutely. Misses that one, but that's okay. She's looking to play positive. If I was a coach, I'd be applauding that from Tintin. She's looking to do the right things. She knows what she needs to do.
What I've not seen a lot of with
7-4.
Tintin, which surprises me, she's got a wonderfully good high toss serve, and she hasn't been doing a high toss serve. She might start to do that, and if she does, it'll be interesting to see how Tiana copes with it. It's a great serve she's got. Opting for this, the more normal serve.
Wow, what an exchange. Incredible table tennis. Tiana staying right close to the table there. And again, we see the two balls to the backhand, the wide forehand right on that white line.
Just stopping Tintin getting too much daylight. Tintin's still in charge, just about, in this game, and she needs to keep it that way from her point of view, but Tia just hanging on.
Oh, that's
Wow.
brilliant.
6-7.
That is so powerful. It's
Tintin
very,
didn't
very
do anything
difficult
wrong?
to do that. No, Tintin played excellent, but that
Yeah,
was just...
again, two good players playing the right shots, and
All credit to Tia
one's
there,
got to
Paul.
come out on top, yeah.
That was quick.
Let.
And if Tia gets this 7-all, 3 games
6,
up, suddenly,
7.
like you say, Gavin, the end is almost in sight.
Tintin had a timeout. She hasn't. It could be
No,
coming.
we thought she might call it in the last game, didn't we? But
Yeah.
it didn't come.
Well,
I
that's
think
really
it'll.
good.
I think
Yeah,
it'll
yeah,
come
here we
now.
go, Charles is on the move.
Yeah, there he is, yeah, as we suspected. Because Tia there, I mean, really, she's taken those 2 points there. Brilliant exchanges. That ball was long. 7-all, Tintin to serve.
8-7.
I did expect a half-long serve to the backhand. Maybe Charles knows something we don't. Tintin's dad with the advice.
They've worked together so many years, haven't they? They know each other inside out.
And again, that's 2 in a row. And Tiana lifting that ball off the end.
That must have been clearly instructed from the corner to come back and
2 in a
do
row.
2 long serves. I mean, that must
Yeah.
be a tactic they're looking to employ.
Oh, it's really clever from
Tintin's
Tintin, the
managed
slow
to
ball.
nick that first one off the Yu serve as
Yeah.
well, so
The change of pace there. She stepped down for the forehand. She could have went hard. She was in the right place. Elected to take some of the pace off. Change of pace so important.
3 game points.
Yeah. And there's that experience we talked about. It's not over yet, guys.
It's still a long way back, but the first step has been taken. We're not going to have a 4 straight.
And we'd have to say great timeout. Just trying to force that a little bit too much, I sense there. She needs to be patient. Tintin looks to be finding a little bit more rhythm. Tia doesn't want to be looking to kill the point too early. Got to wait for the right ball. And there we go. A little bit of patience and then a little bit more spin. She's done that incredibly well in the first couple of ends, Tiana. Probably needs to employ that a little bit more, that slower, heavier ball. Tintin's an absolute speed merchant.
Oh, that's good.
Wow.
That's so creative from back there.
Wow.
Oh, superb.
2-1.
What a
point
rally.
everything.
Point of the match.
Incredible feeling, forced away from the table. She had to do something, comes up with a chop, but then she's back into the table. She knows there's a short pimple play. She can't survive back there. Comes back in to make the attack. Fantastic play.
From the very first point ball of that rally, Tia hit the white line. There's just quality, quality, quality,
Yeah.
shot after shot.
Great play from both the ladies, actually.
2-all.
She'd be disappointed with that.
She'll want that again, her arms slow down. I wonder if there's just an element of stiffness coming into Tiana's game, seeing that she's only one set away from the championship. You know, I've certainly been there when I've been flying and then suddenly you see the finish line, you think, ah.
We had a similar conversation when David saw those 2 game points go, match points go against Tom.
Yeah.
Would it affect him? Because no matter how experienced you are, no matter how calm you are, it's human nature, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
it only takes your wrist or arm to go a fraction stiffer in tape test, and it can all go horribly wrong.
Yeah.
So to control that, you know, with your mindset is so important.
Well, Tintin 3-2 now and definitely staking a claim. She's here to fight.
2-4.
I feel like Tintin's making her move now. This could become really exciting.
She's turned up the volume of the chose as well, as you said, that importance of that body language, letting your opponent know you're there.
You're right there, Paul. I think she's just increased the intensity a little bit, and she's going to start to ask Tia more questions. You've got the lead, but let's see what you can do. Back on serve again. She's mixed this up quite well, I feel. 2 or 3 there, and Tiana getting dragged into playing now 2 or 3 balls to the same place.
Yeah, that's what's happening here, Steve. And that again can be, you know, you can have quality of thought when it's nice and free, but when you can see that finishing line, that thought process, thinking clearly under pressure is very difficult.
Absolutely, absolutely.
6-2.
And she's on a roll. The first couple of ends, Tiana was really dictating the play very well, and Tintin now is just...
And this is where you want that second time out, but you can't have it.
Oh,
yeah.
I've prayed for some of those over the years, Paul, I'll tell you that. That's good play from Tintin.
This game's slipping away from Tia now. 5 points the deficit.
And suddenly, just a slight air of despondence from Tia. Turns around to a coach and says, "Oh, what's going wrong?"
This is a remarkable comeback from Tintin. I mean, it was 3-0-7-7. She calls a timeout. She's barely lost a point since. Only 2 points lost.
That's right.
Yeah.
But again, we keep talking about that experience factor, and that's what it does. Don't panic, stay calm, stay in the game, find a way, and it can all turn around.
Completely.
3-8.
Yeah, she's just... Tintin now, I think, is saying to herself, why didn't you do this sooner? That slow topspin is winning her a lot of points or creating the opportunity for her to win points.
Let. 3-8.
There's still some way to go yet. Let's not forget, it's still advantage Tia.
Yeah, absolutely.
She has an end to play with.
That's really clever.
That's brilliant. And there's the slow ball, Gavin, that I mentioned.
Yeah.
The slow ball, Tintin has to hold,
Yeah.
and then she picks a shot.
I think in the modern game it can sometimes be neglected, the power of doing a slower ball, slower topspin. We often see pace, 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 or power, 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 but we've got to keep varying it.
You have to, because your opponent just adapts. If it's one-way traffic. Yeah, there's that change of direction again, Gavin.
Yeah.
I wonder if not over yet.
I wonder if she recognises that, if she knows, actually, if I keep moving the ball around, it gives me more success.
I don't think she can afford to play 2 to the same spot with Tintin.
No.
Particularly to a foreign.
She has just arrested the decline the last couple of points, and again,
and she's unlucky there.
Change of direction, clever, but Tintin just got away with that one.
Again, if you're the coach there, you're applauding Tia, because that was usually a win. It was so wide so early, but all credit to Tintin there. She found that extra ball. Yeah, unlucky again. First heavy topspin, she gets the winner. She needs to look to continue to do that. That's how she won those first couple of ends.
There's just signs on that she's arrested the slump a little bit now, and weathered this Tintin storm. So she may lose this game, but the next one, you'd think, will be a lot closer.
That's good. Tintin 2 serves to come. Still fancy it to nick this end, really. Wow. Oh, unlucky. Very unlucky. Great rally.
So yeah, it's about who's brave enough, because there's one thing saying you've got to move the ball around, but you've got to be brave to do it.
Absolutely.
It's so difficult to do.
6 game. You
Yeah.
to serve. Level.
Tia serving now. And she certainly looks ready. She psychologically looks calm. Oh, that was fortunate.
love.
Just
That
caught the
won't
top
be
of the
the
net.
start Tintin wanted.
Good tactic going for the slow ball to the middle, but just a little bit fortunate to catch the net cord.
Oh,
Oh, and
that's
again, two. Two in a row. And we've all been there, Gav. You just got to try and shut that out of your brain and
Yeah.
look for the next point.
Yeah, it's
Tintin.
like missing a 3-foot putt in golf, isn't it? You just got to go. Next one.
I've missed some of those as well.
So have I.
3-0. And there's
The
that
net
sister
really
game
not
from Tia.
Tintin's friend in this game so far. 2 in favour of Tia, and then just one take it away from Tintin there.
I wonder with the power of technology if you could get a robot that is designed to hit the net all the time so you could practice
Oh,
against
sure.
it. I know that in sport now at the highest level they're doing things like this in other sports.
I'm sure.
If you could program a robot to hit the net and edge and then be able to react,
3-1.
could that be our winning margin?
That's what we need hours in the
We've
practice
just
hall,
given the
Gav.
secret away, though.
Oh,
so-
Yeah.
I take that back.
yeah, no, we're not planning that at all. If you're listening, Germany, China, Sweden.
3-1 Tia in serving. Opened up a little lead at this first one.
This is a great rally. Quick, quick.
Oh,
Oh,
look
it's
at this.
wide.
Wow.
Fantastic.
I just feel that in those exchanges, Tia can't afford to play that ball 2-3 times to Tintin because she settles in a rhythm. Once Tintin finds that rhythm, she will rally all day. And Tia's getting dragged into it. It's so easy to say from here, but when the ball comes back quickly, it's almost reaction to play it back to the same place.
Yeah. And what I've noticed here now is Tintin in the rally is just marginally closer than Tia.
And we see it again there, Gav, actually. She takes the ball early.
Yeah.
3-all. And what a fascinating encounter this is shaping up to be now.
I think there's been 4 nets in six points. It's remarkable.
Yeah, and somehow they keep getting them back.
Yeah.
3-all.
Now, crunch time.
Yeah.
4-3.
She's getting caught into that again, and that's that lack of experience, I think.
Are we seeing a little bit of disbelief now in Tiana Yu's body
Yeah, I
language?
was just going to say, just
I'm
that.
just feeling that she's lost that, that steeliness you're talking about, the
I
belief
think she needs
had.
to reset and freshen her mind because she's getting caught up tactically, just playing to one spot, and Tintin is starting to dictate the play.
3-5.
I've seen her do this so many times over the years, Tintin, where she just feels her way into a match and gets going and just finds a rhythm.
It's just relentless, isn't she? You just
Yeah, that's the word, Paul. Tiana must find a way to break that rhythm, and I think spraying the ball around the table is really the way to do it.
Interesting.
Very interesting
3-6.
serve.
now suddenly the net is not Tia's friend.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you're in a battle like this, you've just got to keep going, keep battling, keep believing. I think what you're seeing here is a little bit of desperation from Tia now, and yeah, she's not done an awfully lot wrong. Tintin's doing well, but
Yeah,
sometimes you just got to go toe to toe, and you don't want to change too much. You know.
it's only 6-4 actually, but you do almost feel like she's fighting to stay in this end.
Yeah, a little bit of.
Tintin just feels like she's ever so gradually crawling away on top. Short serve to the forehand. Good open up. And now,
7-4.
and the difference we see in the first couple of games there, Tia was taking the ball earlier and moving Tintin around.
And again, the negative body language there as well. She just sinks to one knee.
Yeah. She knows Tintin's growing into this match. And all credit to her for that.
We must remember in all this Tia's age. She's 17. She's. It's hard
Wow.
enough for a seasoned athlete to maintain the lead point after point.
That won't do her any harm, but net cord there, bring it to 5-7 with 2 serves to come.
Yep.
Yeah, it's easy to forget that Tia's only 17. She behaves so mature for her age. You know, she could easily be 21, 22,
5-7.
but she's still only second-year junior.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that puts
When
that
you
in
put it like
perspective,
that,
doesn't it?
yeah.
Oh.
Oh wow, great shot right off the bounce. I mean,
Too good.
okay, Tintin got the net card, but I mean, it was a clear winner, and Tia will kind of respect that, you know. She managed to play the topspin. Tintin so quick right off the bounce. It feels like things are just, the momentum's swinging to Tintin at the moment. Yeah, a couple of
9-5.
unforced errors. A look to the coach in the corner, a little bit despondent.
And he just gestured of it sort of to just be calm. It's okay. You're still in this. Don't forget what got you into a 3-0 lead in the first place.
Absolutely. Yeah,
10-5.
Tintin's being patient now. She's just picking the right ball. She's interested in playing more and more to that crossover point, but just wide of the crossover point. Tia was stepping over and covering that with the backhand. She's just gone a little bit wider than that, almost middle forehand. Slow ball, very good. Yeah, and she's right back in it.
Oh.
How many times have you seen this from Tintin? She finds that flow, she finds that rhythm. And Tiana needs to reset mentally. I'm sure she was thinking in that last set, have I let this go? She needs to freshen her mind up now. This is where the mental strength comes in.
And Tintin, body language is rock solid.
Yeah, that's it. It's that, I think it's that first heavy topspin ball.
Yeah, it's a slower ball at the moment. That's catching Tia out. Into
She's
the backhand
varying it,
side.
I think, and just,
Yeah.
I think that's that tactic potentially, Gav.
That one again, and there
Yeah.
again, and there again.
And that would have come from Charles, that wise old man in the corner, Tintin's dad.
Possibly. And now this is, you see in the classic experience, the comeback in the 7th end. And Tiana needs a point quickly to stop this, or
Yeah.
Tintin could potentially run away. And there it is, wow.
3-1.
And that is rapid.
Brave decision.
That one wasn't coming back.
There's a definite distinct tactic here. Almost every shot now is going slow into the middle of the backhand half of Tia.
Yeah.
Of course, it's one thing to come up with these tactics, quite another to execute them
Absolutely,
under
Paul.
stress.
Yeah.
3-2.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
there, you know, I'll tell you what, Tia looked a little bit more like the first 2 sets there. She changed that direction quickly.
Yeah.
She's just saying to us, maybe she's heard us, hang on guys, I'm still here.
Well, I'm not calling it at the moment.
Me too.
I'm just enjoying it.
3-all.
Wow.
Paul, how many titles has Tintin got? She had got 6 and
This
going.
is 6, yeah, so she's going for the magnificent 7th to equal
Wow.
Jill Parker's record.
And she's
Paul
only
Drinkle, I
25,
think,
is she?
has
Is that
7.
right?
Paul has 7. Liam
Yeah.
will go to 7 as
If
well.
he was to win, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peerless Des Douglas still out there on 11.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but if Tintin's what, is she 25 or 26, did you say, guys?
She's 26, Tintin.
And she's already got, if she gets this is 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she is only 26 to
So there is time.
this time.
I'm sure Tiana, you and the other ladies are going to have something to say about that.
Oh, yeah. That's the great thing, isn't
I
it?
think
5-3.
That's really good from Tintin. You see
Tin-
there, the first game, that slow ball was a goldmine for Tia. And like the great players, Tintin has adapted.
I
She's
don't
now
think we'll
anticipating
see
this.
that an era of dominance for the next 5 years.
You think
I
it'll be
don't-
shared
I don't-
titles?
Yeah, I think it will be. Tintin hasn't dominated the last 5 years. Maria got in amongst her a couple of times as well. But Tintin's always come here as favourite and always taken her place in the final. I think maybe those days are over for the next 5 years. And I'm not saying that she won't win another one. Far from it.
See the body language now on Tia. Tintin goes 6-3 and Tiana is young, and I think she's just starting to think, have I let this slip away? And I think it's affecting her. She needs to refresh her mind.
That high toss serve coming in as well, Gav, that you were calling for earlier.
And there's that
Yeah.
little change. Tiana really needs to stay with her now, and she's doing that well. It's great to see.
Well, this is almost a carbon copy of last year. We're now in the 7th set.
I know.
Isn't
I
it
know.
remarkable?
Although Tia came from behind on that occasion to force the decider.
Yeah.
I think she was 2-0 or 3-1 down, as I
4-6.
recall. And I think Tia was 3-1, 8-5 down. And then went
Okay.
on a run of points.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, super change of direction.
And Tia didn't do a great deal wrong there. To be fair, it was going wide to Tintin's backhand.
And the psychological impact of that as well at this stage.
It just, is she feeling it slip away?
Still looks fairly calm.
Okay, 2 quick balls there at the backhand.
One of the things I wonder if it came with nerves when she started to see this finish line, but Tiana, when she's winning a point now, is not celebrating as hard as she was at the start of the game.
No.
And that's always a sign of belief for me, when people stop doing that.
Kind of goes full circle then. The body language suddenly becomes more internalised.
Wow. What a winner from Tintin.
And actually, almost a smile of resignation from Tia there. If you watch this when she turns around.
Yeah. Tintin steps around, takes the ball
what
early,
can
right
I do
down the
about
line.
that, she seems to say.
That's a difficult shot to execute from that part of the table. All credit to Tintin there, 8-5 in serve, and if she pinches this one, it's looking likely. Two slow balls, forces the error.
Edging closer now to that historic 7th, 2 points away.
Is that a slightly resigned look there from Tia? What's going through her mind? Is she kicking herself the lead she lost? She needs to regroup.
If she does lose it, she'll take some picking up, but I get the feeling she'll still see the opportunity to learn.
I would think so.
Improve. She's got that mindset.
So there we go, she's getting drawn into those rallies. Tintin's doing so well
Writing on the wall now from Tia's point of view.
5 championship points.
Seems resigned. Let's just see if she's got that last little bit of fight in her.
Tintin looks steely focused. And there it is,
the historic 7th, the end of a fantastic, mesmerising at times game between 2 wonderful young players.
But this is actually Tintin's 7th title and a record-breaking title, a record-equalling title, along with Jill Hammersley-Parker winning the women's senior national title 7 times. What does that mean to you, Tins?
Yeah, it means a lot, especially this match. It was really tough, so yeah, I'm happy to win another title, and it's an honour to be up there with Jill. So, yeah.
So what happened from 3-0 down? How did you change that around?
I changed my tactics a bit because my first tactics weren't working, and it was a bit late to change, but it wasn't too late. But like, yeah, I don't know actually. I think I just relaxed, and I decided to bear it more and stuff.
Obviously, it must be a real mental challenge coming back from 3-0 down. How do you keep yourself so calm and so focused to be able to do that?
I'm not sure. I think because it felt like the match was kind of slipping away already, so I had nothing else. So I had to just like relax and then just play my game because I knew that I could play a better level. So I'm glad it sort of came through.